For your assignment this week, what you're going to be doing is filling out the topic and proposal thesis form. And so all of these things we're going over on this PDF, this fillable PDF, you should be able to open it and put these in. But where do we begin? We begin with choosing a topic. I have listed a few topic ideas and starters for you here. If you want to do something else that is perfectly fine, run it by me first. So we make sure that it's focused on the sort of assignment that you can get done for this, and it's going to fit the criteria for a personal descriptive essay. But here are some that I've come up with. The first is food. And you're going to see the theme of food and travel running through this, because who here is not thinking about either what you're going to eat for lunch next or where you want to go this spring break? So, food, worst meal you've ever cooked or eaten. Those bad experiences can make for some pretty intense emotions and descriptions, and we very often have something very firm that we want to say about those experiences. Or perhaps it's your best experience cooking, a meal that was very important because of the people who were there, or perhaps because of a culinary skill that you gained and it enabled you to prepare this meal. Perhaps talk about a family recipe, something maybe few people will know, and make this an informative descriptive essay that also persuades us to try it as well. So, for example, my grandmother made a hot water pie crust. That's unlike any pie crust that I've seen on the internet, in cooking shows, or in cookbooks. This hot water crust is surprisingly easy to make, and I could make a descriptive essay informing people about pie crust and then persuading them with the purpose of this, or inviting them to try a century-old pie crust recipe that few people know about. So that is something you could do with food. I've been watching cooking shows while I'm putting this class together. It's been fun. Travel, worst experience traveling, most memorable at a local tourist attraction. So perhaps instead of thinking of you traveling somewhere else, how do you get someone to come and travel to where you are? Or a common object you've seen in your local environment that has uncommon beauty. Something that people wouldn't expect to be a great thing to come and visit. So what I'm thinking of is there is a little diner by LMU. It doesn't look that impressive. I would not have said this is a good place you'd want to go. Took my brothers there. Now they plan their family vacations to pass through here so that they can go to this diner and get the best burgers that they've ever had. And a descriptive essay about that, one, informing, and then two, persuading, inviting people to come try these burgers, could be very convincing and fun to write. It has very concrete examples. It's a little surprising. Writing something that everybody already knows isn't going to persuade anybody of anything. Writing something that's a little thought-provoking or surprising, that's going to do some work. Hobbies. Maybe share an obsession with a hobby. Invite your audience to join you. Share your worst experience with a hobby that you still love. Because that sort of contrast between, here's this horrible thing that happened, but despite the fact that I had to go to the hospital and get 20 stitches, I'm still out there doing this every Saturday because it's so fun. That sort of contradiction, surprise, that makes an essay pop. Online education. Throw this in there because you all are in the midst of this. And so reflecting on the experience of being online in a classroom, you can get some concrete examples. You can get probably some very fresh emotions. And that might be a good place to think about online education, which you could be using throughout your college experience, into grad school, and very likely in your future professions. So, those are all topics. I suggest, again, if you'd like to do something else, just send me an email, come talk to me during office hours. We can set up a Zoom. Happy to work through this with you.